Aha. When the rain is blowing in your face and the whole world is on your case, I could offer you a warm embrace to make you feel my love. When the evening shadows and the stars appear, and there's no one there to dry your tears, I could hold you for a million years to make you feel my love. I know you haven't made your mind up yet, but I would never do you wrong. I've known it from the moment that we met. No doubt in my mind where you belong. I'd go hungry, I'd go black and blue, I'd go crawling down the avenue. No, there's nothing that I would not do to make you feel my love. Ooh. The storms are raging on the rolling sea and on the highway of regret. The winds of change are blowing wild and free. You ain't seen nothing like me yet. I could make you happy, make your dreams come true. There is nothing I would not do. I'd go to the ends of the earth for you to make you feel my love, to make you feel my love. Hello, beautiful beauties. Bit of technical stuff that I'm doing today here, so I'm hoping I've done it right. I think so. Sorry about that. We had a little technical hitch starting out there today as we were doing some new things. So I wanted to open with that little bit of live singing. With regards to where that song comes from, lots of people obviously recognise it from the lovely Adele. But actually that was written by, I'm sure most of you know and will recognise it from Bob Dylan's album Out of Mind. There was quite a few people actually that sang. Let me put my glasses on here so I can actually see what I've got written down here. There we are. Yeah, there was actually a few other people that sung that. The lyrics are obviously universal, so they become quite enticing for people that like that sort of lyrical storytelling. But it's so simplified with the way that Bob Dylan wrote it. Some of the other artists who covered it were Billy Joel, Brian Ferry, Kelly Clarkson. I've not heard her version actually. I should have to have a listen of that. And obviously Nick Knowles. Anyway, moving on. It's been quite a difficult past couple of days. There's a friend that's close to me. She's like my sister, and they've got COVID in their family. And I'd like to dedicate that song actually that I've just sung there to all of them. I certainly hope that tomorrow brings better news. It's been quite a difficult 24, 48 hours for them. And we're talking about a very young person here. So my prayers and love go out to you all. And yeah, so the whole sort of this week has been very stark. We've lost quite a huge number of people again. The figures just seem to keep going up. And so to sort of rival that and the way it sort of makes you feel and how mentally we kind of approach it, I've been using my Exerance process. And it's sort of a combination of mind and physical. And, you know, those two blended, we can actually quite often come up with some sort of quite mind-boggling results, as I have done over the last sort of, since 2013, which was when I began the process of studying so many aspects with regards to that. And actually was watching a programme last night. I didn't get the title of the show. It was with regards to studying the aspects of eating and how this can help support our mental health. And I've said it for years. As I say, I've been studying this since 2013 when I sadly lost my mum. And, you know, I lost a direction, a focus completely when I lost her. So I sort of looked in at various different sort of solutions. What could I do? How could I, in some way, cause an effective change in what was happening? Because I felt like I was really sort of, you know, breaking down. And it was good to see that a lot of the things that I've been an advocate for have now been tried and tested, and absolutely everything that I've been saying is now being proven. Just one of the things that I saw in the programme, and most people that have ever spoken to me with regards to the aspects of my fitness process and how I follow that, I always say to them Acidophilus, which is basically the friendly gut bacteria. And quite fantastically, they've studied this. And I've always, you know, believed the link between the gut and the brain, which comes through the vasovagal vein. There's so much more that can be achieved by understanding that process, which then links with diet, it links with better mental health, and it also links with sort of physically being better. So, you know, sort of these things that sometimes we go to the GP for and expect there to be some sort of medical medicine. Often, I was having a discussion with a friend of mine who is a nutritionist, and we agreed on this point. And so often, at the beginning, you have to take away so much from your system in order to be able to achieve the aspects of these other solutions, things like Acidophilus, things like brewer's yeast. They will only begin to actually work once you've neutralised the system of all that's actually attacking it, which is causing you the problems in the first place. But I won't go on. The main point that I was raising there is with respects to Acidophilus, they did a test and they used pills for that were just for the placebo effect, and they used obviously actual Acidophilus type bacteria. And for those that, the results for those that were taking the placebo effect, there was still an increase of 20% improvement with regards to mental health, anxiety, so on and so forth. But with Acidophilus, the friendly gut bacteria, the result was 50% improvement. And that was only a real short study. So with that in mind, my sort of aspiration here is also to begin the process for everybody to start with their own personal body science. Start looking at what your body means to you. And then with reference to that, investigate the various options. If you're lacking in something, take a look and find out what vitamin that might be that you're lacking in, or what supplement or mineral, or what food you could start eating. Broccoli helps with depression. Cauliflower helps with anxiety. It's true. These things absolutely are true. So all of those things that my mum used to teach me with regards to, having a good winter stew, which we still do. I've carried on her teachings, as it were. And my best friend is the slow cook pot, which I believe every home should have one. Not only is it really, we're vegetarian, so it's a different aspect for us, but I've not always been a vegetarian. So one of the recipes that I would always use comes sort of wintertime. And we used to call it Nanny's noodle soup, because she would always put noodles in there for the girls. They liked that, and it was with chicken that she made it. But all of the things that you put into something like that, which then it's delicious for a start, but then obviously the concept is you have to see how that makes you feel. And absolutely, that used to make me feel cracking. As a kid, I'd feel great, and obviously the weekly Sunday roast full of veg. So we need to start looking at this, and definitely at this point with COVID, if people would stop with the takeaways, that would be really good. And not all the time. I mean, every now and again is fine, but you can't live off of those things. But anyway, these are the various different recipes I shall put together, and I'll make them available on the website, which is almost ready now to come to you. So I can just put those up. So if anyone's interested, you can take a look. But I've got some really easy recipes. I might even put my roast potato recipe up there. That's, again, a family recipe. They're quite delicious. So, yes. So, basically, it's all about mood boosting. And the whole sort of idea with reference to eating, it has to become rather the relationship that you have with food. You have to have a look at that and sort of see what that really means to you. Because if you're eating to, whilst I'm expressing the fact that it lifts your mood, I'm with regards of the fact that the actual input and the chemical reaction that's what's the chemicals are actually from the food. That is what you're getting, the vitamins and the minerals from the food. That's what lifts your mood, not the fact that you're tucking into sort of, some high fats and normally trans fats types of other jollies. Don't get me wrong, love a cake, and I do like crisps. So what I tend to do is I buy, the sort of non-fried crisps. Pretzels are quite good, and sort of bakes and French fries and things. But I just, you've got to be real with all of this as well. And every now and again, there's going to be dip days. But this is a focus as to how you can actually improve your health just by sort of, take a look at yourself, your own personal body science. I talk about it all the time with my Process X rants. And as I say, I'll pop it up onto the website. So I'm not going to be on here for long again. I want to have a telephone chat with my friend to find out what progress has been made with reference to her family member. But with regards to what we're doing, obviously the figures are still quite frightening. We have to still continue to support the NHS. So, by staying home, that's exactly what we're doing. But, the world around us at the moment, wonderful, wonderful watching all of the ceremonies in America. And it brings hope, and it brings the change, the beginning of the change. And I think just as a world, we've got to really recognise how we can be empowered with regards to everything, the little things that we do. The little things that we do in this house, we like to recycle. We avoid using plastic bottles where we can. I've got my SodaStream bottle down here, which was something which was really great. When we changed to do that, that was in mind of doing our bit. And with regards to being vegetarian, that's really with regards to it's not right the way that some of the animals are processed, and it is just processed. That's the only way that you can really put it. And animals, I can't even go down that road, actually. That's a whole nother show. But considering the idea of just, going vegetarian for one night, it's all going to begin to help this planet. Lord knows we didn't expect, what's come at us here. But we do see the damage that's being done to the planet. There's no surprise there. We have to, take some sort of responsibility with aspects of that. And as a creative person, and as I said, I think in one of the other streams, I'm an extremely sensitive person, and there's nothing in me that feels that there's anything about what I do that is encroaching upon anyone else like that. I'm not hurting an animal just to satisfy my hunger, and that's just my view. And with me, regards to me, I don't judge other people. I just, this is what I do. And with that in mind, it will be quite exciting come next Thursday, because I'm going to introduce you to a very, very special girl of mine. Oh, yeah. And you're going to just love her. It's just as simple as that, because that's what happens. Now, she's a bit of a crazy biscuit. She is a rescue from Romania, and some people who follow me again on Facebook and on Twitter, they see the pictures that I post of her. She's fantastic. She is slightly crazy, but then she lives in this house, so that's kind of part of the course. But I'm going to bring her to introduce her to you. She's quite all right around the equipment. She likes to come down when I'm recording and singing, so forth. She heard me start to rehearse the song earlier, and she came flying up on the bed. I was upstairs we've got some equipment upstairs as well, so I was doing the rehearsal up there for this. And she just lays and watches, and she's probably at her calm. She loves Disney songs, actually, does Sandog. So I'll introduce you to her next time, and I may or may not sing live. I've got some music that I'd like to introduce to you from my daughters. I'm just waiting for them to sort of get it sort of nailed down so that we can post it up and you can enjoy some of that, because I'm really quite lucky to have two very talented girls. They do, as I've said to you before, they stream. I got it wrong. I said it was on a different channel, but it's not. It's on Twitch, which is where they stream, and they do some crazy stuff. I mean, it's just hilarious. We hear these whoops and shrieks, and apparently it's all correct. So so you should try and catch them on there, because it's really good fun, and they do sing. They're starting to show some of the music that they write, and I'm extremely impressed. I encouraged them from a young age that if they wanted, I'm from a musical theatre background, but I did encourage them to become proficient in an instrument. And I'm very proud that they are very proficient with piano, guitar, various electric guitar, bass, vocals. We've got a drum kit as well. And I'm sure, on the ukulele, we've got this brilliant ukulele, which actually, it plugs in. It's an electronic ukulele. And I remember when we got it, and it was just basically this really small little thing, and my younger daughter just strummed it, and this really huge, heavy metal, meaty note came out, like, and that was quite good. So I'm sure they'll entertain you with the stuff that they're writing, because there's so many different flavours in there, really loads of flavours, but they're vocally both so gifted. I'm very proud indeed. And I want to show you that. I want you to see that. I've got a song, as I said to you before, that they've written for me. So we've just got to get some time for me to be able to learn it. But I'll be really honest with you. It's thrown me this week with regards to my friend's family situation, and been in a quite a down mood today. So I'm going to practice what I preach. I'm going to have my acidophilus when I go upstairs. I'm going to do a little bit of a run, probably a few weights and things, and then one of the best things which I love to do, which is to go out and take my dog out, because that will help me adjudicate how I feel. To be really open, it is the fact that this young person, got to hold on to this now, which is why I sung the song. She's on her own, and there's so many people that's happened to, but suddenly, when it's somebody that that you know, and you see the suffering around them, there's so much. There's young cousins, people that can't actually even be near and support the family because they're all following the guidelines. And this young person worked in care. So, it's just really hard to sort of, try and be upbeat. But we've got to. And as creatives, that's our job, we leave it at the door. This is a totally different genre to anything that I've done before. It's not like at the stage door, you come in, you get ready for the show, and then you go on and become this other person. I'm on here being me. And I'd like you all to get to know me as me. So that's, been a difficult day today, but I'll put up the picture if I can as well. I'll put it on my Twitter with regards to what lifted my mood today, which was a picture of Sundog that I got on the Ring Bell camera, and it's quite hilarious. She looks like a little piggy, but it lifted my heart. It made me smile, and she's sort of been very attentive today. So on that note, I would like you all to have a good night, a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good day, wherever you are. And next week, as I say, I'll be introducing to you my Sundog, my Sundog girl. Please keep focused, stay well, stay clean, stay in your own lane. Keep distanced, as difficult as it is for some people right now that have family that are struggling. Just keep in contact virtually. I'll be calling you in a bit, sis. So keep distance. Peace all. Lots of love.